F'dan il-programm jidhru xi prodotti kummerċjali.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's a Thursday, it's 9:45. Welcome to a brand new show, Foot One. It's the Thursday Night Project. Come on. Each week, we will have your favourite and Malta's biggest music celebrities in our hot seat, and we'll be basically getting to know them and having a right old laugh. Isn't that right, Trudy?
That's right, Paul. And first up, we have Trudy's profile. This is the opportunity for the guests to see just how good my research is. Then we'll be playing the quickfire round. We'll be firing questions at them quickly, and then we'll have the opportunity to get to know them a little bit more in depth with the in-depth question round.
Indeed we will. Each week we will ask our guests to pick a year of request. That year is something from their past that means something special to them. I've got some music from the year, and I'll be testing Trudy's and the guests' musical knowledge in the intros round.
But ladies and gentlemen, let's get the show underway. Let's welcome our guests. We have Ray and Ivan from the Rifffs. Gentlemen.
Hello, hello, darling. You all right?
You all right?
Hello, mate. All right. How you doing? All right. Take a seat. Take a seat, man. Listen, guys, thanks for coming in to the show.
You're absolutely welcome.
Great to see you.
It's great to be here as well.
Thanks.
Lovely.
Thanks.
Isn't it nice?
Tropical Beach Club.
Wonderful.
It's amazing.
Love it.
How's your day been? Good? Bad?
Oh, day is pretty good. Yeah,
Busy?
Kind of busy. It's still
Does
going to
that
keep
mean
on
not
being
busy
busy
at
a bit later on.
It's not finished for you even after the show, eh?
No, we're off to another sort of little project that we got.
Fantastic tonight.
Nice to know we're special.
Great stuff.
Yeah, great stuff. It's great to be here as well. Fantastic.
Well, thanks.
It's great to see your new show. I love the name as well. Absolutely spot on.
Nice.
I love it. It's great stuff. Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, we're going to kick off with Trudy's profile. I have gone away and done all the research I could on you. Thank you, Wikipedia. I'm going to throw the research back at you, and you tell me just how good at research I am. Tell me if I get it right, or tell me if I've got it wrong.
Tell them if we get it wrong.
Yes, you want to know if we get it wrong. Are you ready, gentlemen?
We are there.
The Rifffs, with 3 Fs, are Malta's #1 ska band. The band originally formed in 1979 in London. The Rifffs released their first single, Dance Music for the 80s Depression, in Malta and in the UK back in 1981. The track was played and revered by none other than British high-profile DJ John Peel.
Very true.
The band has had a few alterations over the years, with members leaving and joining, but today the band is made up of Ray, Raven, Nayu, Ivan, Michael, Adrian, Dominic and Mario.
That's the Rifffs.
The band has played all over Europe, including London, Berlin, Leipzig. Is that right?
Leipzig.
Where is that?
Germany.
It's Germany.
Okay, fair enough. Oslo and Prague. The Rifffs have launched their second album, Can't Stop the People. The band is summed up by the beautiful quote, "We're more of a family than a band.
Yeah.
There's endless source of inspiration from within." I love this quote. Ray
sounds
might
good to me.
write the songs, but they just cannot come to life without the chemistry of the band.
Sounds beautiful.
That's pretty accurate.
You did your homework.
Did one
Did
of
I
you
do
write that?
okay?
Or did one of the band write that? Or was that just some random?
No. I mean, that's pretty accurate. As I sort of, all I can comment about is that the band did not start in London. The Rifffs started in Malta a little bit before, you know.
So hold on. So Trudy got it wrong.
No, but no, not.
A small
She
slip.
didn't get it wrong
okay.
because the band Rifffs, after we sort of we joined. We started in Paola, which is just up the road actually from here. And but in London, what we did there, it was we got a record deal, so we went there to record our first single.
Right.
And we worked with a guy called Peter Dodd, who was one of the original founders from Thompson Twins at the time. Yeah, and we recorded in Shoreditch in a
Nice
a
bit of
new
London.
studio.
Nice bit of London.
Yeah, it was great fun, obviously. But before that, we had done concerts over here, which, being Rifffs, we were playing totally original music and in English, and obviously writing with a different style. And the gigs were phenomenal, and they were excellent. And we totally enjoyed it. The people, till this day, they still follow us. With us still keeping our ska sort of sound there. And from one thing to another, we ended up in London. We did the single. The single still gets played today, and we released that in, like, was it 1980, 81?
30 years ago or something?
Yeah,
fantastic.
That was single. And we released other singles on the way as well. We didn't really get into doing albums then, because in those days it was a bit more difficult. There was a company called Pinnacle which had gone bust. It was Chris Rea involved with that, and there was loads of foreign bands. And what happened was that went bust, so our distribution deal sort of went down the can.
Really? So that affected you, even though it was nothing to do with you?
Absolutely. We managed to get on Sounds, which was a massive, it was the Melody Maker Sounds in the New Musical Express, if I remember rightly, in those days. So we had double pages and everything, but our single, which was Dance Mute for the Age Depression, which they know obviously in Malta, it's our trademark, I suppose, from those days, could not get on the radios because of distribution. People actually, it was played on the radios for like Peely, John Peel and whatever, and certain people in the UK, but people get into the shops to buy it because the distribution company dropped.
So people are hearing it, but they can't get hold of the thing.
Right,
Exactly.
I have to say, you've just answered all of my in-depth questions.
But apart from that, everything else was 100% accurate, and I can tell you for sure that your research was spot on.
Let's have a round of applause for Trudy.
Hey. Yeah. Fabulous.
So there's loads we need to touch on tonight. A little bit later, we're going to try and touch on, and we're after the watershed, but there's still some things we can't say. We're going to try and touch on the 3 Fs. We'll do that later in the show, but right now, the quickfire round.
It's the quickfire round. Let me tell you how this goes. So we want to get to know you very quickly. So I'm going to fire very quick questions at you, and you just come back to me and give me a little answer to that. So I'm going to go, I think we're going to start with Ivan, and then we're going to go to Ray. So quick questions, quick answers. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
What is your rider?
Is it after 10?
It's after the watershed, my friend.
Beer.
Hey, there you go. Ray, what's your rider?
Beer as well.
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, let's just explain. A rider is actually what you want to have on stage when you're playing.
That's right. So it's like a request that you can request backstage, on stage, from your from the house, right?
That's it.
Got it.
What's your favourite food?
Duck. Aromatic crispy duck with pancakes.
Wow.
Very precise. What's yours?
I like Chinese food.
Okay, there you go.
Wow.
Favourite drink?
Favorite drink? Peach juice.
Who?
Peach juice.
I thought you said pea juice for a second.
No, not peach juice. Peach. Peach.
That could have gone horribly wrong.
That could have
Peach
done.
juice, tell me.
I like a beer. I like
Okay,
a nice
beer.
ice cold beer.
Fantastic. What did you want to be when you were young?
A vet or an astronaut?
Veteran? Wow. Wow. Ray?
Actor.
An actor?
Oh, yes.
How fantastic.
I loved it.
The favourite destination that you visited?
Istanbul.
Wow.
In Turkey.
We'll talk about that later. Istanbul. Ray?
Alaska.
Alaska.
I'll be asking you about that as well.
Nah.
The place that you'd most like to go?
Can you repeat the question, please?
The place that you would most like to go?
Most like to go.
Do you want to phone a friend?
Mexico or Cuba or
South America,
Costa
Central
Rica,
Americas.
Central South America.
Hang on a minute. I thought that the question was where would you like to go? So no, I haven't been to that. That's where I would.
You want to go to Alaska?
I want to go to Alaska.
Fair
Sorry,
enough.
you know, dyslexic as always.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Malta.
Good answer.
Come
I
on.
love it when people answer with that. Tell us, Ray.
I'm happy being home in Malta.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Who's had the biggest influence on your career?
I think my parents.
Oh, how lovely.
How sweet.
I think
Are they watching?
most probably.
Excellent.
Definitely, actually.
They'll be very pleased.
Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad.
Tell me, who's had the most?
Probably Joe Public. Yeah.
Very good.
Because they kind of, you know, you go on stage, you know, they like it, so they sort of influence you which way to turn. But I think that it's all about people. You can't stop people, can you?
Obviously not.
Absolutely.
Your favourite band? Favourite band or artist?
The Specials.
Very good. Ray?
Well, I love the specials, obviously, but I grew up in a different era. So I mean, I can go back and there's so many bands, but I think the band that stuck out in those days more than any others must have been the Pistols, Sex Pistols. To me, it has to be. But I love specials as well.
Good answer. Yeah. And the last question: who would you most like to have a pint with, dead or alive? That is, they can be dead or alive, not you, obviously.
The Pope.
You could be dead as well.
The John Paul.
You'd most like to have a beer with the Pope.
Ex-Pope. Yeah, I don't know if he would drink beer, but I would.
If he's dead, then he's allowed, surely.
The Pope.
Ray?
It's got to be Jim Morrison, isn't it?
Oh, good answer.
What would you ask him? You'd ask him what happened?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
How'd that happen, Jim? You know?
And why you as a poet, and why did rock and roll sort of have the effect on you, which it did? Which, I mean, he was great in what he done, the Doors.
Great answer.
Jim Morrison was such a smart guy, and why did it end that way? So sad, but today we need him. You know?
I think both really good answers, and it'd be awesome to have a beer with the Pope and Jim Morrison.
At the same time, can you imagine that discussion?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the quickfire round.
Hey! Well, that was good.
Great stuff. So join us shortly. We'll be playing the brand new video from the Rifffs, and also we'll be testing their musical knowledge in the intros round.
The new Chisk Chill, now with berry flavour.
Tom Harrell, Meliana, Brecker Brothers Band Reunion, uħut mill-aqwa artisti mix-xena internazzjonali tal-jazz għaw Malta din is-sena. Magħhom jingħaqdu Paula Bela, Dominic Gallia u artisti oħra Maltin. Mużika elettronika ma' elementi jazz, influenzi mill-Karibow ma' pjanu jazz modern, tlet il-jieli tas-sew memorabbli, il-ħamis 17, il-ġimgħa 18 u s-sibt 19 ta' Lulju tal-Lies il-Belt Valletta. Għal aktar informazzjoni żur is-sit www.maltajazzfestival.org.
Jien, int, aħna Maltin.
Idħol biċ-ċans li tirbaħ dajsa ta' 13 pit Magna 25 horsepower ta' ditta Maxin, motija minn għand Mecca Enterprises Limited. Biljetti mill-ħanut ta' Rettaċ il-Ħamrun, One Complex il-Marsa, jew minn għand Ġuża Kassar fir-Raba Tawdex, għal prezz ta' €2 għal biljett wieħed u 3 biljetti għal prezz ta' €5. It-tluħ ser ikun nhar il-ġimgħa l-ewwel ta' Wissu. Keep in touch with Rettaċ Phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thursday Night Project with myself and Paul and our special guests this evening, Ray and Ivan from the Rifffs. Paul, what have you got lined up for us now?
It's time for the intros round. Right, very simple. Year of request, 1977. Kind of unofficially, it's when you formed, in your first conception, yes? Yeah. I've got tracks from 1977 and I'm pitting you guys against Trudy to test your musical knowledge. Are you ready?
No.
Well, you better be. You better be.
Let me tell you guys, you're going to win.
So listen,
he's going to win.
If you think you know the song and artist, shout it. Okay? If you do that, I'm going to pause the track so it doesn't give anything more away. Are you ready? 1977, track 1 for you goes like this.
Status Quo.
Yeah. What is it?
Status Quo.
With
Rocking All Over the World.
Okay,
Seriously?
great stuff. That's one. One to the Rifffs. Ready? Ready? Ready for track 2?
Mm-hmm.
Queen.
Queen! No, I got it.
With
oh, she got it.
Madonna Santa.
Queen with
We are
Do you want it again?
We are the champions.
Yes!
I was singing the whole song
I
to get to the.
We can share that one.
chorus.
2-0
One
to
of
the
that
Rifffs.
High five on
Yeah,
that.
right.
It's 2-0 to the Rifffs, Trudy.
We can't.
Yeah.
Are you ready for track 3? 1977, remember, you've got to get your head back if you were born in that year.
Cool.
Here's track 3, what is it?
Bee Gees.
With? Look at Ray, he's the
Oh,
king.
blimey. God, hang on a minute.
Here is my love.
I think I
Something.
d-
Here is my love.
I think
This
I
is
had
my love.
dementia
Your is
in
my
those
love.
days or
There's
something.
love. Lots of love. Someone's love.
Something to do with love and depth.
How deep is your love?
Yes, it is. Oh no, everything's falling apart. 2-1.
I shouldn't know that song.
2-1 to the Rifffs. Are you ready? Are you ready for track 4? Okay, this is a beauty.
David Bowie.
Yes.
Sound and Vision. or-
Yes, nice one. All right, 3-1 to the Rifffs. Really, not much chance for you. We haven't finished yet. Really, not much chance for you to crawl it, crawl
In
it.
fairness,
back
it's
through.
1977.
So, were you born in 1977?
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Penultimate
Neither
track
was I.
for you. 1977.
Eagles, Hotel California.
No!
Trudy, you almost had it.
Eagles! I said Eagles. Hotel
4-1 to the
California.
Rifffs. Last track for you. Are you ready?
Yep.
It's an absolute kick-ass tune. Here we go. 1977.
Cool in the Gang.
No.
No. Bugger.
Covered by Christina Aguilera about 10 years ago.
Car Wash.
Yes. By. No.
Oh, what are they playing?
Come on, come on, come on.
American band?
Yeah.
Yeah, they certainly were.
Something to do with flowers and cars.
Flowers and cars. I have no idea.
Are you giving up?
It's not Sister Sledge, no.
It's not Sister
not
Sledge.
Chic.
Guys, it's Rolls Royce.
Oh, that's the
You
one.
know, Rolls Royce with car wash.
Oh,
I'm
that's
going
where
to
you
give you
got a
another
flower
one.
Can
and a
I just
motor.
say?
There
Yes.
you go.
Never heard of that.
You've never heard of car wash? Okay, never mind. Okay, so look, one more track, and then we're going to play the brand new music video from your brand new album, okay? So one more track just to get it for you. Here we go. This is easy.
Did you like that in Take a Breath? Oh, I like this song.
I think Ray
No,
knows it, but
no,
he's
Ray, you're
doing
being
it
too
you.
kind. I can't remember what it is.
I can't remember. I know the song, but
Yes!
No, it's Blinded by the
By
Light. Someone.
Manfred Mann's Earth Band.
Oh,
Ladies and
God, yeah.
gentlemen, that's the end of the intros round. Hurrah!
Hey!
So listen, guys, your brand new album, Can't Stop the People.
Yep.
It's brilliant. We're playing it on our radio show here
Thank
on
you ever so much.
One Radio, no problem. And the single is the first track, Whole Lot of Nothing. We've got a brand new music video for you right now. Let's play it. The Rifffs, Whole Lot of Nothing.
Sugar it comes, give the man a break, you get a whole thing.
To the robot. We talk about it every Saturday night. Don't get me wrong, no, but I think we completely mad. It's getting harder, you see. Oh, it's gonna take you
Festa ta' mużika, teatru, sfin u ċinema madwar il-Belt Valletta. Inaqat magħna f'dawn li sajfin bejn l-14 ta' Lulju u 2 ta' Wissu. Il-fuq minn 18 l-attività bil-partiċipazzjoni ta' artisti minn Malta u minn 10 pajjiżi madwar id-dinja. Attivitajiet għall-familja kollha. Tfal taħt 12 sena jitlu b'xejn. Għal aktar informazzjoni żur maltaartsfestival.org.
Jien, int, aħna, Maltin.
Kompetizzjoni SMS. Min taħseb li se jirbaħ it-tassa tad-dinja din is-sena?
Ibgħatu risposti tagħkom permezz ta' SMS fuq 5061700, valur ta' euro 75 ċentesma.
ċans li tirbaħ televiżjoni ta' ditta Samsung Smart TV 55-inch 3D Full HD bi prezz speċjali ta' 999 euro minn Sound Machine.
Ir-risposti tajbin se jkunu inklużi furna.
Biex minnhom jintażel in-numru tal-persuna li se tirbaħ dan ir-regal.
Ir-regal se jittella live fuq 1-2-14 ta' Lulju, l-għada tal-final tal-World Cup. Ibatilna issa fuq 5061700.
Lego.
Għal-bidu tal-weekend, Fresh and Funky. L-akbar 5 suċċessi tal-moment, videos lokali, suċċessi ta' snin design u Summertime Classics fost oħrajn. Fresh and Funky ma' Clayton J u Dorin Kassar. Kull nar ta' ġimgħa fid-9:15 fuq 1.
So welcome back to the show. We've almost finished. We just had the brand new music video from the Rifffs. Awesome video, guys. We'll talk to you a little bit more about that later, but we've got not much time left, so it's time for the in-depth round.
Gentlemen, very easy. I ask you in-depth questions. I'm dying to know, first of all, why 3 Fs in the Rifffs?
Well, but we're after the watershed, but I'm assuming there's some words we can't say.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what, let's just leave that to one's imagination, yeah?
Okay. So
I had a feeling you might say that.
Words that can't be mentioned that begin with F might be something to do with
it. So listen, Can't Stop the People is only your 2nd album, am I right?
That's right.
Why? Why has it taken so long? What have you been doing for 35 years?
Well, 35 years, we did quite a bit actually. It wasn't just about, in those days it weren't about just making albums and off we go, you know. It was more about gigging, and we gigged and we gigged and we went all over the place gigging. And also we released singles and we released dance music for That Is Depression, which obviously took off and it was played everywhere. And obviously there's the writing involved, then the gigging again, then going in the studio. It's really about, to make an album in those days wasn't the easiest of jobs to do. Not like today, just go in and whatever. But I think this was more always a live band, so if you wanted to hear the music you had to come. We always wanted to do the albums, but then obviously we had a bit of a break in the band for about, come on, years, you know, and you know, and we got back together again, and
the same lineup, exactly the same lineup.
We started off with exactly the same lineup, apart from one musician who no longer could join us at that stage. So we played without him, to be honest with you. But it was just, you know, the original lineup, and then we had to obviously gig and whatever. And then one of the guys, you know, he had commitments elsewhere. so we had to like stand aside for a little while, and that's obviously when Ivan had joined us. But Matthew had already taken over on keyboards anyway. He joined us as well.
Because I was going to say, Ivan, you were not in the original lineup.
No.
I think you're a little bit young for the original lineup.
They started like 7-8 years before I was born.
Fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you ever give
the Rifffs are older than me.
He's lying. It's true.
So how much the lineup has changed? How much now? How many of the original are now?
We're still 3 originals.
Okay.
Out of 5.
There's Ray. There's
me. There's Raven,
and Niall
and there's Niall, the drummer. You know, and. Yeah, I mean,
do you think that's quite
still
rare
there,
nowadays, for bands who have run as long as you have to maintain more than one member of the original team?
Well, it's obviously not easy when you get to a certain age, and then the music industry is changing all the time. But we still would have had Cooks with us if he didn't have his commitments. Sure. So it was really about bringing the Rifffs together. But obviously the original bass player, he gave the blessing to Ivan, knowing that he was so much into ska and a great bass player. There was no one else who could have taken Cooks' place apart from Ivan. So he's like hand in glove, spot on.
Listen, you're on board. What are you guys doing this summer? You've obviously got the new album coming out. Are you in Malta? Where can people see you? What's happening for you this summer? Is it a busy summer?
Well, we're gonna do the beer festival, and we love doing the beer festival for 2 reasons: it's music. And beer. And come on, everyone loves a beer when you listen to music. We're doing that one. We're working on the new video, should be out around that time, just before the beer festival.
Great.
And the new single will be out as well. And we're officially going to launch the album here. We've been told that our music is being played in Australia now.
Fantastic.
And it's going to happen in London. It's big DJs, ska DJs in London are taking over. They've gone into the Rifffs album, and it seems to be working. And also on the album we've got Neville Staple, who is from the band The Specials.
Yeah, right. I was going to ask, how did that
happen? He's a legend.
How did that happen?
Well,
we'll have some contacts which...
You're an old mate of his,
Yes.
I love the way
Ivan's
I'm
like an old
this.
mate of the bassist.
He's like,
totally cool about
there's
it.
something,
Like, yeah,
he's on the video.
It's all good.
He's the original rude boy. He is the original rude boy.
But it's not as hard as some might think to get in contact with people.
Well, we were going to see them. They'd done the 30th anniversary, and as we were there, we got to go to the aftermath party, and we were with Terry Hall's son, and there on stage performing was Neville, and Raven had already spoken to him about something, so we went up, shook his hand, and he was like a little bit, "Oh, that's a bit hard, mate," you know, and that's how we broke the ice. And then Raven had made contact to him again, and because I
met
had
him in Coventry.
Yeah,
I met the whole band.
Ivan went there and he even got a lift back with the bass player. He gave him a lift.
You cheeky monkey!
I wouldn't say that.
Like a groupie.
So
listen, guys,
these idols become people that we know, and now we've got the original Rude Boy on the Rifffs album on a song called Bad Seed. So
fantastic. Listen, we've run out of time. Last but not least, where can you get your album? How much is it?
They can get it either they contact us on Facebook.
Facebook.
Or else
iTunes. Is
on
it?
iTunes and all the portals.
Perfect. And also in Valletta in
record store,
a record centre.
A record shop in Valletta. Great stuff. Well, look,
fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on the Thursday Night Project. We'll be back next week, Thursday, 9:45 p.m.
And ladies and gentlemen, join us with our special guest for next week. We're going to have the new Victorians. So we look forward to seeing you next week at
9:45 p.m. on a Thursday. See you there. Bye.